So today I thought I would come on and do a bit of an energy check-in for the week. It's been a little while since I've been on, so I thought I would just have a look at what's going on for all of us at this particular point in time. I chose a number of cards that I've got down here, and the first one is that I chose these astrology oracle cards, and the card I got today was Uranus. And Uranus, and it says here your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. And where Uranus up in your chart, it is a great time of awakening. Uranus tends to disrupt whatever's going on, not always in a negative way, because sometimes the disruption is actually something that we actually need in order to move us forward. And so that can actually be a positive thing as such, but it can also mean that we are going to look at things a little bit differently. And so suddenly that could bring in a new awareness. And certainly with the energy we've got here, it's looking like that new energy is coming in. The second card I chose here from Kyle Gray's Activation of Light Oracle is the Order of Melchizedek. I don't know if that's how I say it correctly, but that's okay. And it says, embrace mission uncovered, don't give up. Now, this is really, really key and quite important because the message here is that we are learning so much, and that basically there are a lot of lessons, a lot of things that we have actually learned, and many, many experiences that have come forward for us, which is very, very positive. And we're being asked today to continue on in our path and to go forward, even at times though things may not always be very clear. In fact, sometimes things may, with Uranus, feel very disruptive. But it is actually that there is an opportunity here to basically come together and really share some of what we know. And also know at all times that when we're doing so and we're going through these disruptions, that we're actually doing it on our own, that we're actually doing it with spirit. So we always have someone who walks with us, even though at times it does feel like we could be very much on our own. That there's light within us. And by bringing this spiritual support, and you'll find courage and also strength and all the things that you need as well to find out who you are and where you need to be. Sometimes with the disruption too, the change can be both welcome and unwelcome, because it actually makes us shift things around in a way that we weren't quite ready to do. And so that can be, I know for me at times, that can be quite challenging. But at the same time, once I'm through that particular change, that actually really, really helps me move forward in terms of my own growth and my own development. Though at the time, it doesn't always feel particularly easy, that's for sure. And with the next card here, we Anna. So it says, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best, and basically focus on your intention. So I suppose that's the key, really, is that basically it's always about focused intention, always knowing exactly what it is that we're wanting to do and where we're needing to move to. And then it becomes easier in that particular sense, even if the direction forward isn't 100% clear. And even if it's just that we know that we're on our spiritual path and we're meant to be moving forward into more of who we actually are and becoming more of who we are. And that's our intention. That's actually really powerful within itself. And so there's a real sense here that things are really starting to move for us all, and that basically we're really stepping into more and more of who we are and where we need to be as well. So also, if you listen to what's going on in terms of the astrology as well, I've just done a clip on the new moon in Libra. There's quite a lot of change and shift and transition coming in, particularly with Libra, in relationships, in finding peace, balance, harmony, as well within yourself, and finding that equilibrium. So maybe all of this change starts to settle down when you focus that intention, and perhaps relationships and partnerships, not just love relationships, but all sorts of relationships with friends, with family, with all the people in our lives, start to really come into focus, because relationships are often for us a reflection and a mirror of what's going on as well. It's not simply, they don't operate within a vacuum, obviously, because we don't operate within a vacuum. So sometimes those things can be very powerful. Sometimes those can be quite shocking at times, but sometimes the shocks are good ones. So I think we should always be prepared for a nice surprise. That would be a really positive way to look at it. So here we have the Emperor. So basically the Emperor is generally in Aries. It's a fire sign card, and basically the Emperor is very much logical and organized, and basically is a take charge sort of person, a leader, someone who basically gets things happening, who makes things happen and who basically pulls things together. So maybe this is part of the energy that you're particularly needing at this particular time. The Emperor here is also connected to Archangel Michael, and Michael is very much someone who can bring us great clarity and great perspective. He cuts through, the cords that we have connected to other people and other situations, and perhaps there's a need for doing some of that at this particular point. He's also a very protective angel. So if we're needing to cut cords or protect ourselves or find a space within ourselves, then Michael is actually a very positive angel to bring in and to do that. He has a sword of light, and we can use that to cut all the cords that we need. But also maybe we can bring a sense of logic into what we're doing, a sense of perspective. And with that new moon in Libra, it is a very air sign. It's an air sign, so there's a lot of mental energy going on here as well, and it's conjunct Mercury. So basically, it's very much a time of really not only having lots of ideas and creative, but really bringing them into some sort of form and some sort of focus as well. The second card we have here is the ego card. So sometimes one of the things that happens to us is that we can actually start to feel like we're trapped, things are not working. Perhaps we have addictions to things, people, situations, worry, stress, maybe even food and other addictions as well, that actually start to stop us from doing and moving forward on the path that we need to be doing so. And it's really a time for us to actually say, well, this is what I need to do, and maybe step up and basically really, cut through all of those illusions that we have about the things that we think keep us stuck, and actually say, look, this is where I need to be. And with the new energy coming in, this new awareness, this new understanding, this focused intention, maybe it's time to cut all our illusions about who we also thought we were and were going to be. Illusions as well about fears and things that hold us back, which are really, really powerful at times. Certainly for me, they are. So, and here again, interestingly enough, we have another card that sort of it shows us that there could be conflict with people. We could be starting to, there could be lots of opposing views at this particular point in time. And I think of this not always as a negative thing, but sometimes as a positive thing, because when we start to change, sometimes people around us really want us to just continue on being the same way we've always been, because we have those old stable patterns and we don't like change, any of us really. So in a sense, it's almost like we have the pressure not to change back. But, one of the things that's really powerful and really important for us is that we always know that we can walk away from all this drama. We can stand up for ourselves, that we can basically say, hey, enough's enough, and this is not okay, and this is who I am, and this is where I need to be moving. And so maybe there's an indication of that this week, that maybe there might be people around you who might have different ideas, different views, and in a sense, that's okay, because we all have those, and we just need to accept that difference is the way it is. But at the same time, we don't need to allow those differences to stop us being who we are and stepping into the power of who we are and where we need to be and where we need to be going. Because those people's views are just those people's views. They're not any less than that. And I suppose we need to find that balance and power within ourselves to say, we accept and understand the difference, but basically this is not my reality. So thank you, but no thank you sometimes. And with that, one of the things that we can get inspired about is that once we do that, we can start to really get into this Three of Pentacles, really showing our skills and our real abilities and our creativity and doing the things that we really, really love, things we're really, really good at, and the things that people really recognize us for as well. And so this is a time when we're working well with other people, that we're basically showing, everybody what we can do, and that we're showing people just how skilled and talented we are as well, And so this is a very powerful time, but it's a time of really stepping into understanding what we really want, what we really need, and where we're really heading, which is really, really powerful. And the next card I have here, which is really lovely, is the Ace of Pentacles. So with this comes, maybe a windfall, maybe there's good fortune, maybe there's a new opportunity, maybe there's something that comes in that might be really, really positive for us. A new beginning could be, a new financial beginning, a new business, if we're thinking of starting a business, could be a new home, could be a new job, some sort of positive beginning that gives us, a real sense of excitement and joy, that really, really makes us excited. And what we also have here finally is the Ace of Cups. And so this is a really beautiful new emotional beginning. This can also be a new beginning in terms of a relationship as well, but also a new beginning in terms of our new connection and new beginnings with spirit and our connection with spirit and a new understanding of our psychic abilities and the abilities that we have within us, because we've worked really, really hard to bring those abilities together to really, really work on ourselves. And perhaps the disruption that was happened this week is meant to actually move us forward in a sense and just say, hey, it's time for us to stop, to step into who we really are, to really show all those skills and abilities of who we are, not continue to sit in, into that sense of feeling, not being the tall poppy, because sometimes that's really hard. We sometimes feel like we can't do that, we can't step into that. But it's actually really, really powerful, because when we step into that, the more we shine, the more we allow other people to shine, which is really, really powerful and really, really important. And there's a real sense here, with this Ace of Cups. I always think it's a really strong sense of us being able to connect to spirit and have this very, very strong spiritual connection as well as a strong psychic connection. There could also be a love letter or a new relationship coming in too, which would be nice if that's what you're actually wanting, and that would be really lovely. Certainly, with that new moon in Libra, new relationships, are potentially coming in, or new stages in relationships, so that could be really, really positive. But I guess the main relationship we always have is the relationship we have with our higher power, with spirit, with the universe, with whatever we want to term that, higher being, higher creative force that guides us in our lives. And that's a very, very powerful beginning. But we're also coming here, with really, really, really and truly stepping into more of ourselves and really being more of who we are, more authentic within ourselves, and then allowing our light to shine so that other people can actually see who we are, and also their light can shine as well. So a positive week ahead, and I'm wishing you lots of happiness. So take care, and love and blessings. Bye for now.